It's Supermarket Sweep at Southampton Football Club. Welcome along to the Transfer Show. My name is Martin Sanders and this is the Football Martin channel, and you are watching the Saints FC Transfer Show. And it has been a crazy day this Thursday at Southampton because there are so many stories to cover on this transfer show. So today's headlines are on the right hand side of your screen, and we will be covering Mateus Fernandes to West Ham United. Is Tom Fellows on his way to St Mary's? Jonathan Ikoné, is he on his way to Saints? We've also got a story surrounding Leo Scienza. Personal terms have been agreed according to reports, and Caspar Jander has agreed to join Southampton as well. And we're also waiting for the official announcement of Finn Azaz, who has had his medical at Staplewood today. What a day it has been if you're a Southampton fan. So much to cover, and we will work through the stories one by one over the next 20 minutes. Get involved in the chat below. There will also be a live broadcast on Thursday evening at 10 p.m. So if you are tuning in before 10 p.m. on Thursday, there is a live transfer show, and that is the one where you have your opportunity to come and have your say, and I will get your comments on the screen, and it's very community led. But I'm going to go through all the stories here now for you. We're going to look at some of the stats. We're going to find out a little bit more about some of these players. To be a content creator at this time of year. I said I wanted to cover every single story, so I'm keeping my word for you, Saints fans, because I am covering every single story. And I spent the last 3 hours digging into some of these players and trying to find out what we can expect. What we will be doing on the channel is bringing some fans on. We have a West Bromwich Albion fan going to give us the lowdown on Tom Fellows. That video will be dropping in the next day or so. And I've also got a video coming out featuring Finn Azaz. We've done the lowdown with a Middlesbrough fan from the Borough Breakdown. We've got an insight into Finn Azaz, and that is going to be dropping on the channel on Friday. Right, let's get into today's transfer show, because Saints do have a departure, and it has long been anticipated that 21-year-old midfielder Mateus Fernandes, he is now on the brink of a move to West Ham United. And this did break this morning, Thursday. He has informed the club that he wants to leave. He doesn't want to remain a Southampton player. Will Steele did have some comments in his press conference today, and he was asked about Fernandes. I will come to his comments very shortly, but I want to bring some of my thoughts, some of my reaction. But first and foremost, I want to break what was spoken about this morning, because I read some tweets and I've read some stories, and I'm told it's true that Mateus Fernandes was at West Ham United's training ground yesterday, Wednesday, without the permission of Southampton Football Club. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but he was photoed there, and he was at West Ham United's training ground, which is, when Southampton Football Club are his employers, I think that's really bad. Really poor from him if this is true. Give me your reaction in the comments box below. But Fernandes has made it perfectly clear to Will Steele, the manager, and Johannes Spors, the sporting director, that he wants to leave the football club. They've agreed, Saints, a £14 million deal with West Ham. And from what we are reading and what we are being told, he has already agreed personal terms, and he is on his way to London for a medical. This one could be announced by the time this video is released, and that is going to be released Thursday before around 7 p.m. This could be done and dusted already. Give me all your thoughts, all your reaction. I'm gutted. I'm not gutted. That's the wrong word. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed at the way it's ended. I'm disappointed that we're losing him. But I'm going to be pretty blunt now, and I'm going to be a little bit outspoken. I really like Mateus, and I think he's a very good player. He does the simple things really well. 5, 10-yard and 15-yard passes. He does really well. He's fit, he gets around the park, he tracks, and he can be aggressive when he wants to be. And he will go on and be a far better player than he is at this moment in time. But the one thing for me that lets him down is he doesn't score enough goals. Yes, he scored against Northampton in the Carabao Cup. Good goal. but he didn't score anywhere near enough goals last season. He played in one of the worst Premier League teams ever, with the second worst Premier League side in history. And for me, he did well, but he wasn't a match winner ever, although we were never going to have, it was hard to have match winners in that side. But what I'm saying is he scored that goal against Liverpool, I remember well. But yeah, he done all the simple things really well. But I just think for his development at 21 years old, to stay and play under Will Steele, I know in the Championship, but drop down a level just for 1 year. He committed to us and signed that contract. I think it was a 4 or 5 year deal. He committed to us, see it out with us. He knew the situation when he signed that we were going to struggle to stay in that division. It was obvious that it was going to be difficult, and he would have known that signing for us. And he committed a long-term contract. Like, he dropped down to the Championship. It would have been great development for him this year, and you could have had the top 6 calling for him. I just find the whole West Ham move, it just sparks to me cash. In it for the money. Bigger wages. They've probably trebled his wages. Maybe he could be getting 5 times his wages. He was getting, 15, 20 grand at Saints, reportedly. He'd get a huge sum of money at West Ham. But he's going to go to a side that are struggling, first and foremost. They look in absolute disarray. They look a mess. The fans are turning on them, and the stadium is soulless. I find it hard for any professional player that would be, other than the money, I don't get it. Maybe that was his only option. Maybe Nottingham Forest didn't come to the table, because there was a lot of talk around Nottingham Forest coming to the table, Nottingham Forest wanting him as well. But for me, look, I'm disappointed at how it's ended. And there's a lot of Saints fans saying the same. They're calling him a snake. They're calling him all sorts of names. And look, I get it. It's not nice when a player leaves and you hear rumours of he doesn't want to play for you. It's just, get your head, I would like to see him get his head down and stay with us. But hey ho, Saints got 42 million quid, or they're going to. That's the reported fee, 42 million pounds. Whether Saints will announce the actual fee or not. Will Steele said in the press conference today, he admitted it is difficult to keep a player who wants out, saying it's best for everybody that Fernandes leaves the football club. He is targeting a place at next year's World Cup with Portugal, and the national team manager, by the sounds of things, has told him if he wants to make that squad, he has to go and play in one of the top 5 leagues in the world. All your reaction to this, get involved in the comments box below. Was I a bit outspoken on him? A good player, but I miss him, but is he going to be a massive miss? Because the sow, what I'm excited about is the sow of Dibbling and the sow of Mateus. They're going to spend that money, and looks like we've got some good experienced Championship players coming. And this is where it gets exciting, because the one player that and you can see it in 442 magazine, because I did an article for 442. Not that they ever said thank you to me. They asked me to do it. I spent hours writing it and piecing it together. And not did they say thank you or send me a copy. Bad on you, 442. But I did get a copy in Sainsbury's and have a look at it. I didn't pay the £6.99 for it, because I thought it was an absolute rip-off. But I did have a look at the article that I did in there. And they were talking about realistic targets within that article I did. And a player that was at the top of my list was Tom Fellows. Saints have reportedly struck a deal with West Bromwich Albion for Tom Fellows. And I am so excited for this. £7 million is what is being reported, plus add-ons. A deal with West Brom has been done. The 20-year-old will undergo a medical within the next 24 hours, putting pen to paper on a 4-year deal with an option of an extra year as well. How excited are you about this, Saints fans? Because I am absolutely so excited for this. I think it is probably going to be the signing for us of the summer. I think Fernandes, who is going to be announced very, very shortly, is going to be brilliant. But Tom Fellows, I saw this great statistic from my friend at Saint Stats on X. If you're not following Saint Stats on X, I'm going to use a few of their tweets today in this show. So credit to them. 1 in 3, 31% of West Bromwich Albion's goals in the Championship last season came through Tom Fellows, who racked up 18 goals and assists. He is insane. Such a good player. And he is going to be absolutely massive for Saints this season. Cannot wait to see him get in. The big question is, what shirt number will he wear? Cannot wait for this announcement, but he is on his way to Staplewood. He may even be there already. But this is a really, really exciting signing. But 1 in 3, 31% of West Brom's goals in the Championship came through this man. Insane stat, that one. Good pull, that one, Saints statistics. Really, really excited by him. Right, what else do we have? We have a couple more stories to cover. I've mentioned Finn Azaz. That should be announced any time now. Just waiting for the official announcement, waiting to see him in the red and white stripes of Southampton. He is going to be a brilliant signing. We're going to drop a video and give you a better insight through the eyes of a Middlesbrough fan who watches him week in, week out. Going to get a really good lowdown on him. Right, Jonathan Ikoné, a bid has been lodged with Fiorentina. Well, I don't know loads about the player, but I did watch a few videos today just to kind of get an idea of what he is like as a player. I've been on my usual websites trying to get a bit of an idea of what he did last season, how many games he's played. And he played 33 games at Fiorentina last year. He scored 3 goals. His expected XG, which is a bit of a nonsense stat, 4.62, 39 shots, 16 on target. He had 1 assist from passing. What else do we have stat-wise? Yeah, 1 assist. His pass accuracy 82%. He plays out wide, this lad, as well. He's quite pacey. He's got a bit about him from the video clips that I've seen. Dribble success 51%. He likes to go past players. Touches, he likes to get into the opposition's box. 94 touches. Tackles 1. He's not great in tackling and defending by the looks of it if you look at these numbers. But it has been reported that Saints have lodged a bid for him. Don't know how far this one is down the line or whether it will come off, but it is heavily talked about online at the moment. So don't know loads about him, but that's some details that I have got for you. Plays for Fiorentina. I believed he was at Ajax before as well. If you know anything about him, I love your thoughts. Yeah, I love to hear it in the chat below. Right now, I'm quite excited by this story because I've been watching this player. I've been watching clips on him today. It's always hard to judge a player by clips, but his numbers look really, really good. And he's supposed to be very, very highly rated. And this is Leo Scienza. He's 26 years old. He's agreed personal terms with Saints already. He is a Brazilian winger and he plays for Heidenheim in Germany. He registered 6 goals last season, 5 assists across 37 appearances. And his biggest strength is delivery from wide, averaging 2.11 successful crosses per 90 minutes. Heidenheim, though, they want €8 million for the player, which is £6.9 million. Whether the two clubs have agreed a fee yet, I don't know. But as it stands, he has agreed personal terms, and that has also been tweeted by Fabrizio Romano. Let's see what happens on that. Give me your thoughts. Give me all your reaction to this one. Do you know much about Leo Scienza? But the clips I've seen of him, he looks a really, really good player. A wide man, which is what we need. Right, we have another story to bring to you on the channel right now. And it's the final transfer story of this show because Saints are in for a midfielder. We do need backup in midfield. We all know we need backup in midfield. And Caspar Jander, midfielder, a 22-year-old right-footed central midfielder, direct midfielder, so he will be back up for Downs and Charles. Caspar Jander, he's at FC Nuremberg, and they will receive a fee of around £12 million plus substantial add-ons has been reported for Caspar Jander. It's a club record sale for the German side. So who is he as a player and what will he bring to Southampton? Will he find space centrally, strong stamina and good recovery pace, high technical ability, and he is a progressive carrier of the football and he likes to play the killer ball. Give me your thoughts on that one. We definitely did need backup in central midfield and it looks like Caspar Jander could be that man. Let's see if that one gets over the line. Like, until these are all official, other clubs could come in. It is silly season right now, but I am quite excited by this signing. Well, we'll have a look at like last season's stats for him, because here they are from my friends at Saints Statistics, who have shared this tweet this afternoon. He's got a cracking finish too, they say. The 24-25 season, he played 32 games. He got 3 goals, 9 assists. His strengths: passes completed, 90% of those. That's a lot. 1,424. Long ball accuracy is very good as well, 65%. Successful crosses, 29% with 22. Tackles 166, 66%. And duels 222, 57%. Weaknesses: dribbled past 41 times and depossessed 31 times. So hopefully I've given you a little bit of a better insight into all these players that we have been linked with and that are on the verge of signing. So let's wait until we see them in the Saints shirt until it's done. Until it's done and they're in the Saints shirt. It's always like, but all the sources on this are really good. So all these stories on the right hand side today are all really good sources and really strong stories. The press conference today with Will Steele down at the training ground I thought was fascinating as always. I'm going to cover all the injury news in the pre-match show. That's going to drop tomorrow, Friday. But I am intrigued to see what happens with the Rebo, what happens with the Dozy. And I think a couple of these deals may just rest upon those deals happening, and like a Dozy actually going out the door and agreeing a deal to wherever he is going to go, because I don't think these deals are going to happen without it. What I do like, and a bit of reaction for you, and I think you probably agree with it, is that I like the fact that we've got Finazaz and Tom Fellows. Deals are done. They're pretty much signed and sealed. And Fernandes and that deal with West Ham is just going through. So they're going to do it, but it's not like West Brom or Middlesbrough were going to like know how much money we had available. You know, I think it's good that it's all been done. I think Johannes Spors was taking a bit of flack a few days ago. Actually, on reflection, when you start to look at it now, remains to be seen. Proof will be in the pudding of how they perform once we look at Christmas and we look back on the signings. Has he had a really good first transfer window at Southampton Football Club? I want your thoughts to that. How are you feeling about the job of Johannes Spors so far? I think he's actually doing very, very well on the side of things today. And Will Steele did say he was feeling far more confident about things in his press conference today. And Adam Blackmore was asking him about being in the top 2, and does he feel with the signings he's got that opportunity to do it? And he said he's feeling far more confident about doing that now. I think that was a real positive. It was a positive presser from Will Steele today. Just the only real negative was around Fernandes and the Saints fans having to hear that the player doesn't want to be a Southampton player. He wants out. It's always a hard thing for any football fan to hear that a player wants out of your club, our club. I think there's a respect thing as well, certainly with the reports of him being at West Ham yesterday. Those reports, are, whether they're rumours, whether they're true or not, I just don't like that. And it's a little bit disrespectful to the Saints. But there you go. That's the transfer show. That's all the stories, all the stats for you. I hope I've explained it as well as I possibly can. Disclaimer right now for any pronunciations that are wrong, but I have spent a huge amount of time piecing this short video together. I'll be back again and I'll be live on the transfer show this Thursday evening, 10 p.m. Join me if you can.